comfortable seat. So whatever that means to you. So when you get there, whether this is your very first class or your 100 millionth, just know that you are exactly where you belong, and begin right now by closing your eyes. So in that comfortable seat called Sukhasana, just allow your eyes to shut. Shrug your shoulders right up to your ears. Sit up even taller as you take your breath in. Fill your chest, your lungs, your diaphragm. And then sigh it out your mouth as your shoulders draw down the backside of your body. Now, keeping your eyes closed, see if there is a way to tap into stillness. A little bit of stop before we start. So remove any fidgeting. Your sits bones are rooted and grounded deep into the earth, that element of earth where we create that unwavering trust beneath us. And then you can start some movement. So we're going to begin. If you want to keep your eyes closed, that's totally acceptable. Sometimes it's kind of nice to shut out any distractions, whether they're real or perceived. So you're going to let your head travel around your neck. Just take your time. There is no rush. There is no hurry. Now, in that circular motion of the neck, go ahead and start to circle the waistband around your sits bones. So you're getting a little bit of fluidity and movement into the body. And then hold up in the center, reset, and reverse that direction. Let your head travel around. Let any remaining tension that you might be carrying in your face, in your tongue, or in your jaw, just allow it or let it begin to dissipate. So let means we have choice. If you prefer a little more circular rotation of the waistband around the hips, start to stir it up, circling around, letting your breath flow. And then hold back up in stillness. Keep your eyes closed. Stretch your arms out to the sides and up to the heavens. Breathe in. On the exhalation, collect your hands at heart center and pull your chin down towards your chest. So being reminded of a quote from Van Gogh, I dream my painting, then I paint my dream. So if that maybe brings a purpose or an intention into your heart or mind that you would be interested in dedicating your practice towards, go ahead and do that. Set that intention, set that purpose. It helps you elevate your practice to a higher level. Maybe it's someone or something you want to encourage or lift up today. Just creating ways to help get about the give and inspire other people in our lives to keep on keeping on. Now, with your eyes open, stretch your arms up. Breathe in, swan dive out. Take your finger pads behind your back, roll the shoulders back, tip your gaze up. And then release a walking forward of your arms. You're going to get a nice long spine all the way from your sits bones to the tips of your fingers. And then you're going to walk back up. Brush your arms out and up. Breathe in. Take a nice side bend up and over to the right, maybe even gaze under that left arm. And then reverse it. Tent those finger pads alongside your body. Lean up and over to the left. Now connecting your breath with a right bend and then a left bend. So it's a side to side weave and wave of your breath. See if you can create some smooth cadence. There's the same amount of fluctuations in between each of your breaths. So lift up and lean. Keep this going just side to side. Each time you might find a deeper bend as you allow those waistbands to expand. The inhales create space. The exhalations allow you to dive into that space you create. Now you're going to travel around right onto your hands and knees. So you're going to find your hands spread nice and wide, your Surya Hasta sun hands, rooting down through the index, knuckle, and thumb. Knees to the width of your hips, and you're going to round your back and tuck your chin like a cat. Now, if you can see your shins or ankles, hide them behind your quads and then arch with the gaze shifting up. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine. Inhale, soften and melt. Now, keep that going. Exhale, pull the navel in. Inhale, arch and look up. Say good morning to your spine and to everyone who has joined us today. Arch the back and tip the gaze. You know, they say that we are happier on Fridays, as much as 15 to 20%. Just the idea of today being Friday. TGIF. Let your hands make a shift now. One right, one left. Trace a circle. Now you choose how big you want that circular motion to be. Maybe you really let your hips head back towards your heels when you travel around. Keep smoothing out the breath. That samavriti, getting a little bit of heat building in your body with that element of flow. And then reverse that direction. Travel around in the opposite direction. How do you get expansion in those intercostal muscles in your ribs? Now come back to the front. Just let the right hand flip around. Left hand stays straight. Now rock back enough to pull the heel of your hands off the mat and stretch out the wrist and the forearm. And then rock forward. Draw back, pull the chin to the chest for a little cat style. Inhale forward, keep it going. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, rock forward. Last time, exhale, navel in. You've got this. Inhale, shift. Now flip that right hand around. Take the left hand towards, fingers towards your knees, thumbs out. Rock back with a bent left elbow and the heel of the hands lift. And then rock forward. Go back and go forth. Now let your breath find ways to smooth out. So it's called Ujjayi pranayama breath that moves in and out through your nose. Then flip your hands around, tuck your toes under, send your hips up high, and move yourself right into Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is downward facing dog. Now let your hands stay the width of your shoulders. Let your feet stay the width of your hips. Now pedal through your heels, just pressing each heel back behind your second and third toe. Softening the knees, and then maybe taking a peek at your hands. So it's either going to be the index finger or the middle finger that point toward the front of the house. And your hands are known to be the brakes of your flying practice or your vinyasa flow practice. So learn ways to grip very specifically that index knuckle as the pads of your fingers grip the mat. The outside edge of our hands is known to be weaker. So as you root down specifically through that index finger and thumb, you create stability. Now, all together, pick your heels up, pull your belly in, round the shoulder blades, knit your ribs in, puff your heart up, come into high plank. From your high plank, take your body up and back, down dog. Now, a nice measurement of space is to see if your hands and feet can stay in the same place when you shift again on the inhalation into high plank. Hug your hands towards your feet. Exhale, take it back, down dog. One last time. Inhale, pull the navel in. Puff up that space between your shoulders. It's called scapula protraction. Exhale, take it up and back, down dog. This time, pick your heels up, bend your knees, hover and float your shins right over the mat. Shift your shoulders over the wrists and hold. Feel that strength in your body starting to build that internal heat. Knees come down. Now shift forward, go chin, chest, belly, slither right onto your mat, but point your toes, slide your hands off your mat. Now rise up on the in-breath, breathe in. Hear your own breath. Exhale, lower back down. Do that again. Root to rise up, breathe in, let the heart lift. Exhale, lower back down. Find ways to be patient with yourself. Breathe in, let the heart lift. Exhale, lower back down. Hands by ribs, tuck your toes under. Send your hips up and back, down dog. That inverted V. Now you might have to reset a little bit. There is no wasted time in preparation time. And know that your down dog is your home base. Do that again with the heels lifting, protract the upper body, shift into high plank. Option to either lower the knees down or lower all the way to your mat. Rising up, cobra, retract the shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, take it up and back. Downward facing dog, breathe and hold. Let's do that again. Pick the heels up, shift into high plank, either from plank or knees down. Lower all the way to the mat, all the way to the mat. Inhale, rise up, breathe in, maybe up dog. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet, maybe even further than your hips. Put a softness in your knees and hang down in ragdoll. Now in your ragdoll, just start to ignite a little sway, a little shift, side to side. Let the energy from the earth travel up through your feet, through the soles of your feet, and out the crown of your head. Keep the breath smooth. Now hold up in the center. Shake your head out. Any kind of angst, any unforgiveness or offense, this is where you let it spill right out onto your mat. It clears the pathway for your practice with that knowingness that hurting people hurt people. We have the job of keeping the intention of our heart right. We can't always control how other people take the things that we do or say. If our heart is in the right place and we want to help other people as well, then you are on the right track, staying on your mat, doing the right thing. Now, draw that yes back in, knowing you are exactly where you belong today. No coincidence you're here. Let your hands then either come to your shins or to the floor. Pump the heart up, halfway lift. Breathe in, stay with it. Exhale, pull yourself together. Do that again 2 more times. Shins back, heart forward, tabletop style of your back. Exhale, bow back down. Last time. Inhale, lift, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Exhale, bow down and fold. Keep your legs wide, root to rise, right up at the back of your mat, Urdhva Hastasana, stand tall. Right hand, left wrist, take a side bend, lift up and over. Feel the stability beneath you. Left hand, right wrist, up and over to the left. Now let your arms lift up, spread your hands nice and wide, and tee the arms, letting your gaze elevate as you open the front body and retract the shoulders. Collect your hands. Heel toe your feet to the width of your mat and bow all the way down over your legs. Shake out anything that creeps in. You can't control what comes in, but you can control how long it stays. Come back to down dog. Now in your down dog, go ahead and lift the right leg up. Turn open at the hip. Right knee is going to go to right tricep. Tap it up high. Inhale, stretch it long. Right knee, left tricep, work the oblique. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Pick the left heel up, turn open at the hip. Now, you have the option to stay right here or flip your dog inside out for wild thing. Open up the heart. Let the left hip lift as the right rib cage expands. Right arm comes up, bring it around, right knee into the forehead. Step it to the outside of the right pinky finger. Let the back left knee go down. Now, tense your finger pads up, work the hips. Now maybe you work that outer edge of the right foot for a little maha. Maybe you move the hips around, dipping that left hip flexor down. And then glide and slide back. Bow your head down. Look back at that kneecap on the left. Bow, breathe, hold. Dig the right heel in. Shift forward. This time pick up the left kneecap. Let the heart come through the gateway of your arms. Now glide and slide back. You're going to pull back with that right femur bone plugging in as the right heel digs in. Plant the right foot, hop up malasana, top of your mat. Yoga squat. Let the arms help lift the chest. Breathe. Now stand up, breathe in, look up. Exhale, come back down. Things are looking up. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, come back down. Last time, inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float it back. Take your body through that vinyasa flow. Meet back in downward facing dog. Hold up right here. Re-solidify your stance. The nice solid spreading of your hands nice and wide. Your smooth breath, left leg lifts. Keep the right side body long, turn open at the hip. Left knee, left tricep, tap it up high. Inhale, stretch it out nice and long. Left knee, right tricep, hug it across your body. Inhale, stretch it up and back, turn open at the hip. Now here's the option. You can stay and breathe or put a little more weight in the right shoulder, the right wrist, left foot behind the right, flip that flow. Left arm up and over. Left side body expands. Left arm comes up. Left hand down. Knee right to the center. Hold right there. Find a rounded cat style back, thigh to chest, heel to bum. Puff the back up a little higher. Step the left foot outside the left pinky finger. Dip down the right knee. And then work that left hip. So open up. Maybe you kind of squiggle around looking for areas that may have any energy that's stuck. Let the heart lift. And then you're going to glide and slide back, bow down. Little modified runner's stretch. Shift forward, pick up the right kneecap. Now let the heart travel through the gateway of your arms, opening up those hips. Then glide and slide back, little modified pyramid pose with the left heel digging into the earth. Hop up, right foot outside the pinky finger, malasana. Not to dip too deep into the hips, but keep lifting up and out. Now rise up, look up. Exhale, come back down. Use your breath to clarify. Inhale, rise. Exhale to rinse and cleanse. Last time, third's a charm. Look up, breathe in. Come back down, step, float, or fly it back. Take your body through that vinyasa flow. Meeting back in down dog. Walk your feet in about 6 inches. Now, I like to have my feet together. You choose, but this is a little shorter down dog. I like to call it Utthita Dogasana. So we're going to do a little rapid fire flying. So take a peek at your hands. Make sure that they're gripping the mat. They are your brakes. Now take a peek at your feet. Our feet are going to land back where they are right now, but we're going to hop up almost like a little tucked ball flying frog. So pick the heels up. These are Shakti kicks. Exhale, bend the knees, hop up, thighs to chest, heels to bum. Nice and wide, knees higher than the ribs. Go back where you came. Inhale, rise up, lift up, breathe in. Go back where you came from. Let the inhale lift you. Let the exhale let you land back down. 3 to 5, whatever serves you. You're flying in a little tucked ball. A little tucked ball like a cannonball style, but a little more frog action. Then you're going to land at the top of your mat in a fold. Pump the heart up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold yourself over your legs. Rise up. Rinse up high to the sky with that inhale, pulling all the good in. Hands to heart center. Pause. Now, close your eyes. Reset. Draw back into your intention. Collect the hands right at your heart center. We're going to move through Surya Namaskara A. Now, this is the sun salutation. If you're interested in flying, you can hop, float, fly, or you can step, or you can take the flow right out. I will call it out for you. Inhale, look up, rise up. Swan dive down, hinge, bend, and fold. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float your body back. Moving through Vinyasa, you could always lower your knees down there. Resetting once you land in down dog. If you want to walk your feet in, go ahead and do so. On the inhale, pick the heels up. On the out breath, bend your knees. Hop, float, fly, feet to your hands right at the top of your mat. When you land in a forward fold, lift your heart. Exhale, bow down. Now root to rise up. Stand tall, stand tall. Root to lift. Hands back to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float it back. I'm going to show you the step back. Moving through that flow. Rising up, dog or cobra. Back bend of choice. Meeting back in down dog. Take your time. Smooth out the breath. Let's do that whole series again. Now, before we take off, come as you are. You move like the real you. Now you could step, float, or fly your feet to your hands. Don't go yet. Or You can take the flow out and just step back to down dog. So ready to breathe in. Prepare for launch. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop, float, fly, feet to your hands. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Rise up, stand tall. Feel the strength and stability of your body. Exhale, rinse and cleanse anything out of your head not serving you. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float it back. Take it through that flow. Meeting back in down dog. Hold up right here. Now we're going to move on. Let the right leg lift. Turn open at the hip. Pull the right knee to the right tricep. Tap it up high. Inhale, stretch it back long. Do that again. Right knee, right tricep, maybe an optional push-up. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Now, turn open at the hip. Bend the knee, flex the foot, spread the toes. Now, stay right here. Before we take off, if you're an arm balancer, right knee, think about it in your mind's eye, is going to go to the right tricep. And then you're going to shoot the right leg out as the left leg lifts. Akapada Kundanyasana 1. Right knee, right tricep, hop on board. Let the left leg lift. Stretch it on up and back. Turn open at the hip. Flip or stay. Flipping that flow. Open up the heart. Breathe in. Right arm lifts. Bring it around. Pull the right knee into the forehead. Stay and hold. Got to breathe in the hold. Step it up. Crescent lunge. Root to rise up. Breathe in. Exhale. Brush and sweep your hands alongside your body. Inhale. Rise the arms up. Hover the back shin down. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Brush and sweep. Sweep away those things not serving you. Inhale. Rise up. Back knee not only hovers, but it lands. Left hand forward, right hand back. Let the right hand slip behind the left leg. Exalt, arc up and back. Left bicep by your left ear. Go back where you were. Bring it up and around. Warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. Flip the right palm. Look up as you reach up and back. Reverse your triangle. Pinwheel your hands down. Let it go. Let it flow. You choose the exit. If you want to fly up, know that you've always got that option. No fly, no worries. Just meet back in down dog. Let your breath smooth out. Take 3 rounds of breath right here, holding and breathing. In and out through your nose. Never underestimate the power your breath has to keep you in this place, to keep that patience building in your life. Patience for yourself, patience for others. How do we act when we're waiting? Now let the left leg lift up. Turn open at the hip. Left knee, left tricep. Get it way up high. Inhale, stretch it back nice and long. Do that again, maybe an optional push-up. Bending the arms, lifting back up, stretching back. Now turn open at the hip. Bend the knee, flex the foot, spread the toes. Now don't go anywhere yet. Akapada Kundanyasana 2. The second Kundanyasana. So here we go. Hop on board. There's a leap of faith. Left knee, left tricep. Let the right leg lift. Breathe. Let the heart lift. Take it up and back. Turn open at the hip. Now stay or flip inside out. Right leg goes long. Left arm overhead. Left arm comes up. Stay with it. Bring it around. Left knee into the forehead. Hold. You are so much stronger than you think. Step it up. High lunge, crescent. Breathe in, let your arms lift. Now, brush and sweep away with your hands coming alongside your body, palms up. Inhale, rise the arms back up. Exhale, brush and sweep. Inhale, rise the arms up. Back knee hovers. Land it on down. Part the arms, right hand forward, left hand back. Now exalt it, arc up and back as the right bicep comes by the cheekbone. Open the chest, the heart. Now go back where you were, stable, steady. Stand up and around, stay low. Warrior 2, left leg in front. Flip the left palm, straighten that left leg. Reach up out of the left ribs and back. Reversing your triangle, stay and breathe. A lot of times we want to fight or flight. Stay and breathe, then pinwheel your hands down. Let it go, let it flow. You choose the exit. If you want to fly a little, grip the mat with your hands. Elevate your heart. Get as tall as you possibly can. And then move through that spirit dive of a flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Now walk your hands back to your feet. Travel to the back of the mat. Heel toe your feet all the way together. Rise up, breathe in. Fly your tree. Right leg lifts. Let it lift. Now slip the hand on the shin, pull it up. Breathe. Hold. Now cross the right leg over the left. Standing pigeon. Draw the left hip back. Hold. Steady your gaze. It's called drishti. Now unraveling the right leg, turn this into praying mantis. Point the right toes, ribs to thighs. Lengthen the neck. Stabilize your breath. Stabilize your gaze. Walk your hands out. Now you're in a short little down dog. Pick up the left heel. Pull the knee right into the nose like you're going to kiss it. Stretch it back. Hop off the left. Do a little lift. Do it again. Right knee into the forehead. Stretch it back. Spring off the left. Land it back down where it left. Third's a charm. Knee to nose. Pull it in. Inhale, send it up, lift up and off. Maybe you catch a little hang time. And then land, this time, left leg back, right leg steps right up, crescent lunge. Take the hands, brush and sweep away. Any energy not serving you. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, brush and sweep away. Inhale, rise the arms up, back knee down. Part the arms, left hand forward, right hand back. Hug into your own midline. Right hand behind the left. Exalt it. Arc up and back. Breathe. Let the left hand be forward, right hand back. Up and around. Warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. Flip the right palm. Look up. Reach up and back. This time, right out and down into triangle. Right hand down, let the left arm lift and let the left upper rib cage soften down. Now take a gaze at the right big toe. Right hand reaches over and out. Float up, half moon. So you're rooting down to rise up. Maybe you catch a Chapasana connection. If you've got it, release it. Left hand down. Now, you're in a standing L shape. You might have to hop the right foot back away from your hands. Practice right here. Take a peek at the hands. Left knee, left tricep, lift the right heel up. Inhale, stretch it back. Do that again. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch it back. This time, hold. Left knee, left tricep. Look at the right toes. Bend the right knee. Clap your feet. Clap your feet. Maybe a couple of claps. And then the third time, land in Malasana. Woo, breathe, breathe. Walk your fingers forward. Pick your hips up. Kick your heels out. Those claps of your feet are attitudes of gratitude being drawn in. Lace your fingers on your big toes. Pick the heart up. Exhale, sneak the elbows in, bow down. Hold and fold. Last standing series. Let go of the big toes. Rise up. Heel toe the feet together. Hands to heart center. Reset. Inhale. Lift the arms. Swan dive over your legs. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float it back. You can always just step back into down dog, taking that entire flow out. Or you could use your knees, or you move from plank. You choose, you decide, your practice. Patience. Breathing in and out through your nose, walking your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Heel toe the feet all the way together. Now rise up, stand tall, stand into it, breathe in. Now fly your tree, lift the left leg up. Let the roots go deep. Let the leaves lift high. Now capture that left shin. Stand even taller. Lift out of the right hip. Hold your gaze. Stay with it. Cross the left leg over the right. Hands to heart center. Pull the left hip back. Unravel left leg. Really dive down over the right leg. Dive down. Point the left toes. Hands then walk out for a short little dog. Now look back at your right foot, pick the right heel up, and in your mind's eye, know that the right foot's going to land right where it is after you lift off. Left knee, take your time, knee to nose. Inhale, push back, stretch up, lift. Who could you lift up today? Exhale, knee to nose. It's Friday. We're happier. Breathe in, lift up. Maybe catch a little balance. Maybe you bend the right leg for a little stag. Land back down. Left knee, third time into the nose. Inhale, spring off, lift up, grip the hands on the mat. Maybe bending and using that stag option. Land the right leg back. Knee to nose, step it up, crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, brush and sweep. Inhale, lift the arms up. Hover the back shin down. Part the arms. Left hand back, right hand forward. Left hand behind the right hamstring. Arc up and back. Part the arms. Up and around. Warrior two, stay low. Straighten that left leg. Flip the left palm. Reverse your triangle. Lift up and back. Left hand out and down. Let the right arm elevate. Breathe. Now look down at the left big toe. Soften the left knee. Float up. Half moon. Rooting down. Left toes front. Right toes to the right. Maybe you reach back for a little Chapasana connection. Release it. Right hand down. Barrel your hips around. You might have to hop left foot back to create space between your hands and your foot. Now know that you could stay here. You could visualize it, just like Van Gogh. I dream my painting, then I paint my dream. Patience, practice. Right knee, right tricep, lift the left heel up. Visualize it. Inhale, stretch it back. Beginning with that end in mind. Do it again. Right knee, right tricep, tap it way up high. Inhale, stretch it back long. Third time, here we go. Lift the left heel up. Right knee, right tricep. Now you might stay right here, or you might bend the left leg and lift up for a little clap. Right knee, right tricep. Bend the left leg. Lift up for a little clap. Third time, right knee, right tricep. Bend the left knee. Lift up, maybe hold. Land, this time, malasana. Breathe. Stabilize your breath. Walk your hands out in front. Pick your hips up. Kick your heels out. Bow down, fold. Lace the hands and rinse the shoulders. Houston, you've landed right back on planet Earth. Hands to shins, pump the heart up. Breathe in. Exhale, pull yourself together. Breathe out. Bend your knees, kick your heels in, hands out. Bottoms come down. Wrap your arms around your shins. Balance on your sits bones. Plant your feet down. Roll all the way onto your back. Now, once you roll onto your back, let your legs lift, soles of feet up to the sky. Hands might come to the outsides of your legs, maybe the outsides of your feet. Now, in happy baby, rock a little side to side. Rock a little side to side. So tapping into that patience. It always brings me back to the story of the Chinese bamboo tree, where they plant the seeds and year after year they water, they cultivate the earth, they take care of the weeds that could possibly be hindering the growth. And each year they do everything they're supposed to do and nothing happens. So after 5 years' time, when most of the farmers gave up, what happens is the farmer who stayed and believed, he comes back and the Chinese bamboo tree shot up 90 feet within 6 weeks. So be patient. Right shin draws in, left leg long. How do we act while we wait? I believe that is one of the most incredible tests of our character and our being. Breathe in the twist. So the right leg has twisted across the left. Now come back onto your back. Hug the right shin in. Reverse it. Left knee in, right leg long. Roll the left hip over and look to the left. Come back to the center. Go ahead with both knees bent. Shift onto your right side. Now you can always take Shavasana anywhere from a few minutes to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20. You choose, you decide. But we're going to come up and let our legs cross. We're coming right back to that comfortable, easy seat. Let your chin bow down to your chest. Collect and seal your purpose for unrolling your mat today. Let it be drawn in. Let it create clarity. Let it create peace and love and patience, one of man's greatest virtues. Patience. Just breathe into the waiting. It's not if we're going to wait, it's how we're going to wait. Wait with patience. Dream your painting, then paint your dream. Go on out today and be a blessing. Let your chin bow to your chest, finishing off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. I offer you namaste. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We got Mary, we got Lindsay. So good to see you guys today. So, my hope is that you feel a little bit better on this Friday than when you unrolled your mat. And just take those never better moments that you can create, go on out, share them with your family, your friends, and just create a lot of peace and a lot of patience in your life, and then others will catch it. So, Leslie, great to see you. Kay, Rachel, Diane, many Dianes. So, listen, if you would like to follow me on YouTube and hit subscribe, I have got some videos that you can tap into anytime, anywhere with anyone. And you hit the like button, and if you push the bell, you'll get future notifications. I will be back Sunday at 4 p.m. right here on Instagram Live, so I'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Karen. Amazing. Sending you air hugs. Air hugs. We've got Mrs. Lusk in the family today. Thank you, Lori, for joining us. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you, John. Should I bring Buddy back? Would you believe she's